Unexpected ending, 7th of September 2021. My last entry finished unexpectedly. Like the entry about endings explained, the not so secret diary of an Englishman in Paris, there are two types of ending, expected and unexpected. I knew that at 6 o'clock Parisian time I'd need to be finished, as my scholastic peer would have finished her conference and we would meet again. With me being sat in La Mosquée de Paris, I was a mere 10-minute walk away. In theory, I could have finished at 6:10. However, she unexpectedly finished at 5:30. And then that 10-minute walk was her being on the phone to me getting directions. It matters not that my writing was cut short on that occasion, for spending time with her is amazing. We talk about so much. Her field, my field, the world in general. I'm now sat backing a Costa coffee in Barkingside before work. I have just over 3 weeks to complete my EMA. I have enough material from the August trip to write a new piece, which is a relaxing thought. All I need now is time. As things start to reopen post-pandemic lockdowns, time gets altered and removed. Monday to Friday during the working day, I lose 8 hours. Saturday hours haven't ever been available as I have my boys, and I give them as much of my time as I can. Sunday mornings is rugby with the boys. Yesterday, being Monday, saw me at a regular salsa venue. Tonight, I'm visiting another club as it is their opening night, and I've known the chap for over 10 years. As a point of note, it was 2011 when I judged him in the British Salsa Championships up in Bolton. Tomorrow, being Wednesday, is now rugby training with the boys. Friday night is date night. This leaves the mornings. I normally go into the office one morning a week, and I'm now also going to be losing Thursdays, as that is when I take the boys to the childminder before school. They'll be staying with me after rugby training, as their mother wants neither the rush in the evening nor the struggle in the morning. And this means that shopping will now change to Thursday morning. My main time available is Sunday afternoon, which is great, but not once have I factored in my training for the London Marathon. This is taking place 3 days after the deadline of the EMA. In short, I have to write, edit, proofread and submit in little over 3 weeks, be fit and healthy and be able to complete a 26-mile journey whilst remaining awake for work and patient for children playing rugby. Any free time will be dedicated to myself and my sanity. Still, after the EMA and London Marathon, I have a week of work and then I'm off to Ibiza to celebrate finishing everything. A few weeks after that and I'll be back in Paris. I probably won't be writing whilst there, but I'll be gaining inspiration, as always, and taking photos, as always. Plus, I'll need to think about my visit, or visits, for 2022. Taking a break from worrying about everything and having a side thought, I still want to purchase a yellow ink for these fountain pens, which isn't actually true. I still want to purchase a yellow ink for a new fountain pen. I've not looked into which pen it will be. But a range of yellow inks from Cult Pens and their diamond collection is a little too overwhelming for me at the moment. This orange is lovely and vibrant, but if it were to be the shade in yellow, I think it would lose a lot visually. And being honest, I'll probably wait until this notebook is finished and I'll replenish the inks before buying the yellow. It will give me more time to choose the pen, the ink and obtain a new notebook for the continuation of my non-fiction writing. I've decided that this journal, these entries, will be the EMA. I shall type them up, edit them and use them as a diary. And this will be a behind-the-scenes take on the book. Most entries have a mini theme to them and it is those that will be expanded upon, creating a chapter for the book. Not all are able to be used and those that can, will. I know that some days have more than one theme or point of interest, but I shall simply continue to utilise those for longer chapters. Some will also be more in-depth than others. As much as I would love to have a paperback book on every bookshelf, I'd also like a coffee table book on every coffee table. They would be two very different books. The paperback, and maybe hardback for book signings, would be the fully expanded written version of this, previous and future notebooks. The coffee table edition would have the inclusion of some of my photo collection, totalling over 1,000 photographs already. Not all photos are appropriate, nor of the required quality, and this is because what I take photos of using my phone isn't always deemed entertaining or enthralling. There could be 5 or 6 photos of the same bridge from slightly different angles, or adjusted light sources and focal points. Some may simply be blurred, or too dark, But this really isn't something I should be procrastinating with at this stage of the Masters. Life has a funny way of turning out. I'm broke, living in a cramped bedroom that doubles as my office and study space, while sleeping on a bed that's out to destroy me. Yet, I still look at a positive future. I may be old enough to have worked for 25 years. I may also be old enough to have to work for another 25 years. Nonetheless, none of this really matters. I have a pen and paper, and my mind is thankfully able to function properly most of the time. It's a matter of perspective for me. As long as the sun rises and the world turns, there's a future waiting for me that is relaxed as my demeanour and filled with love to the same amount that I have to give. I may not be on my teaching journey anywhere, but that doesn't mean it's over. I can teach in other ways. I may not be the famous stand-up comedian that I once dreamed about becoming, but my jokes are still subjectively funny. I may not be the million-selling Booker Prize award-winning author, but I'm still writing. Unfortunately, I've only another 15 minutes to write this morning before my expected ending. This will give me time to finish my coffee and muffin before heading home for another laboriously monotonous workday. At least I have dancing tonight to look forward to. And who knows, 8 hours in front of a computer screen could be long enough to find a new yellow ink.